Manchester United sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. Tries a through ball. Thrust towards the front line. Ball's out on the left now. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Defence has got rid of that. Liverpool were impressive in their last outing and brilliantly orchestrated by the manager.
Yeah, he had a problem, but he was confident he had the players to fix it, and his willingness to take risks is what I liked, and that worked an absolute treat.
Gets up to head it! Now the pass. Great strike, but the keeper's equal to it. Mohamed Salah goes long and forward. Great run this, he's covered quite a distance. Gakpo. Played out to the right. There really wasn't very much in that, not far away from being a telling final ball.
Well, the idea was crafty, but the weight of the pass was just a little light.
He's come loose. Looks like a good ball through. Liverpool claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. Shot a goal! Just a whisker away. And it's Shaw. The Reds keeping their men at arm's length here.
Yeah, I just think it's a conservative move to deny runners the opportunity of going beyond that rear guard.
Surely! Header! Back of the net! Right back in the game! What a great header, got plenty on that.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle, but that was beautifully met, it really was.
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
Tries a through ball, looks to dink one in. Van Dijk gets it back. Looks to slip it through. Frimpong. Bruno Fernandes battles to win it back. Aimed forward. In it comes. He's dealt with that well. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Liverpool look as though they're about to make a change. Mohamed Salah pumps it forwards. Now the pass. Some good work on the right flank. Now what's next? Oh, great chance. It was a quality ball in.
Oh, how has that not ended up in the back of the net? It was a cracking ball in, the way he drilled it across and kept it down too.
Shapes to shoot. Just off target.
It's unusual not to see him make the keeper work. I mean, his accuracy from that type of area is so often better.
Mohamed Salah, whose first half volley in his last game was one that gave his team the lead, tries to get it forward quickly. Mohamed Salah passes it through. He's there to get rid. Pumps it upfield. Tries a through ball. Has a swing at it. Gets it back.
Well, if ever you need an example of attack being the best form of defence, I think we're watching it. By keeping the ball at the other end, they'll keep their advantage intact.
Shoots! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Oh, it looked like a training ground drill that almost worked a treat, only for that flag to go up. He just went a tad early.
Boots it upfield. A chance! Has a hit! That's gone a long way up and away. And the defence can get it clear. Oh, good interception. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
Into stoppage time, they must make something of this. Zirkzee. Oh, that's a foul, free kick's been given. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Gets it back. Struck first time. The final whistle. Well, whatever the shortcomings on either side, it was a great game to watch, just one between them. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Manchester United made their intentions clear that nothing else but a win would do. These games are always tough, you know, it's not always about form, it's not always about class or style, it's about pride, and they showed loads of that.
Hello and a warm welcome to everyone across the globe. We should be on the way very shortly. The players will be with us any time now. The teams then, Arsenal against Manchester United. My name's Peter Drury and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
So in 90 minutes we will be at exactly the halfway point of this season. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Good defending, he knew he had to stop it right there.
Subimendi, Calafiori.
The Red Devils are just so strong away from home, yet to lose on opposition territory. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for.
Trossard.
And he's shown him a clean pair of heels. There really wasn't very much in that, not far away from being a telling final ball.
Yeah, I think the problem there was that the pass was...
Goal! Manchester United! What about that, Jim Beglin?
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting.
Arsenal didn't expect this, that's for sure. What can they do now? Arsenal owe their previous result to some adept management.
Look, to alter the intended game plan was a daring move on the manager's part. It wasn't quite working for him, and he accepted his mistake. And I think what followed merits a lot of praise.
Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Tried to play it through.
The idea was good though, Peter, and I like the run that triggered the pass, but the quality was the problem.
Out towards the flank. Looks to slip it through. They have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks with a delicate ball. And it's Shaw. Shaw goes long and forward. Danger averted for now. Shaw. Big chance! Had a swing, but it wasn't to be.
I think it's a very good try, and I think he chose the right option, but let me tell you, that's a tough skill.
Subimendi.
Keeper's got good distance on that. Tries a through ball. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Well, he simply failed to just put a little more oomph behind that.
Tries a header! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Yeah, they had lots of options in the box there. They've got plenty to chew on at the moment, but no bite.
He put on quite a show there.
It's tremendous play on his part, Peter, and he's proving to be a right handful throughout the game.
Now the pass, and he's onside. He's had a shot. It's come loose. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Pumps it upfield. Tried to play it through.
Yeah, and it was a case of good awareness too. That wasn't quite matched by the right weight of pass. It only needed just a little bit more behind it, and he was through.
Rice goes short. Keeps everyone guessing. Aimed forward. Rice looking to get on the end of this. Referee's given a throw. Goes for the cross. No, that's not going to find its target. Now here's the through ball. Aimed long and direct. Rice has been on just about every back page leading up to this transfer window. I wonder if there's anything in the rumours, Jim.
Well, I just think he's hit form.
Sticks it away! Oh, that is a late call, but it's the right one.
Yeah, the assistant did have his flag up. The referee seemed to spot it late, though. Nevertheless, the right decision.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. Maguire battles to win it back. Chip through. This is promising. Who's going to make this theirs? And the half-time whistle goes. So your views on the first half?
Well, you can debate, Peter, whether they deserve a slightly bigger lead because they've created the majority of the chances. But they are in front for a reason, and they'll be confident of cementing that from now.
United, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. Manchester United carry a one-goal lead into the second half. Rice plays it over to the other flank. Shaw gets it back. Spoon forward. Hit long and direct. Calafiori. Oh, he's broken through. He can get that clear. Aimed in towards the centre. Oh, just needed a better contact.
Manchester United had players queuing in the box in that situation, and they've still got nothing to show for it. What a complete and utter waste.
Oh, he really wanted that.
He's been a joy to watch, and that didn't miss by much. He'll be back.
Now it's Rice. Rice passes it through. Loose ball, who's going to get that? And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away.
That's good defence, plain and simple, good defence. They refused to allow a turn.
Diabo. Chance! Fernandez shoots! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Well, he tried to go it alone, and he wasn't too far away from pulling it off either. Everything was there apart from the finish.
Up for a header! He will be livid with himself.
Yeah, with him being under pressure from a couple of opponents, I thought he showed real determination to get some sort of attempt at goal, and we have to give him credit at least for that.
He's had a look, goes for goal! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
And this isn't the first one-on-one with the keeper, and that should have been made to count.
That's one way to make your presence felt.
I would agree. It's tremendous play. He's full of belief and imagination, and hard to contain. Arsenal have opted to really stretch the game now.
Yeah, that's pretty evident, but what's their thinking?
It looks as if the opposition are happy to defend the width of the 18-yard box, trying to remove that compactness.
Pushes it out wide. Shaw tries to get it forward quickly. Done very well to intervene. United will certainly be confident after that win in the local derby. Shaw pumps it upfield. Oh no, that's not the ball he wanted. Kepa gets it upfield. Tzunami. Looks like a good ball through. Subimendi. Looks to slip it through. He's away! Hits it! No, he's missed it.
Well, that's understandable because they haven't found it easy against this defence. And shooting from that sort of range, it's not the answer.
Now the pass. Can he find a finish now? Goalkeeper's ball. Rice. Good challenge, he just stood firm.
Arsenal have anticipated an aerial bombardment.
Just looks like mass defence.
Yeah, it's a case of needs must at certain times, Peter, and they have to respond to what's being asked of them.
Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
I think it's great to see that kind of application and desire from a forward who wants to help out his defence. I think, you know, any good team, really, your striker should be the first line of that defence, and he's delivering.
Defending was strong and firm. Tzunami. Saka. So they got the only goal to give them a 1-0 lead. Plays it out to the wing. Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. So not long left in this now. So it is looking now like 12 points from 12. Bruno Fernandes plays it out to the flank. Has a pop! Oh, and that should have been two.
Well, he's definitely kept the side in the game then. That's really good positioning. They could have doubled their lead there.
That's well blocked, and back out it comes. Oh, he's not going to get that. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Manchester United need to hold on for a few more moments. Casemiro tries the route one option. Sesko! Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Victor. Good run through the middle, but he needs support. Now it's Rice. Who's going to make this theirs? Crosses in a low one. They've scored! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it. Tries a through ball. Throw in. Spoon forward. Rice thrust towards the front line. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, the manager heads down the tunnel, swathed in satisfaction. His team have carried out his instructions to the word, and they have got their win. A ground that barely needs an introduction, the grand theatre for many a footballing drama. Welcome to the Theatre of Dreams, Old Trafford. And our live game is Manchester United against Brentford. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
So this, the first game beyond the halfway point of the season. Ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Tries a through ball. The Red Devils are having a tough week. It is a crazy schedule for them.
Yeah, it's a tough spell, and guarding against fatigue for the players is key now. Tiredness can be the blame for more injuries, so it's an opportunity for the manager to shuffle his pack.
Damsgaard. Manchester United were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. Spoon forward. Maciej Cunha. Now the pass. Schauder. Maguire battles to win it back. Oh, good interception. Steered in. Defence has got rid of that. Corner. Great leap! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
The Red Devils go ahead. One. Oh, taken with style!
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it could happen. I just think he showed a lovely appreciation of where that defensive line formed, and he held his run until just the right moment, and he broke the offside trap, and he took full advantage. That's top marks for me.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
Looks to slip it through. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, and it was a case of good awareness too. That wasn't quite matched by the right weight of pass. It only needed just a little bit more behind it, and he was through.
Thiago! Passes it through, and that's been repelled. Aimed forward. Schauder gets it back. Throw it. Looks like a good ball through. Keeper's got good distance on that. Coyote. Yangled. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Mado. Looks to slip it through. Goal! Manchester United! And they get themselves in front!
Oh, that was a close call, but for me, he timed his run to absolute perfection there to stay just onside, and he's still a lot to do, you know, but I think he's tucked that away really well.
United go into the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Thiago. This is quite a run, and he's not done yet. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Gets it upfield. Yeah, it's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Keeper's got good distance on that. Done very well to intervene. Plays it out to the flank. It's a throw in. Hits one! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. Brentford with another corner. And it's been taken short. EDHO. Oh, needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. None shall pass, that's the message there. Maciej Cunha tries a through ball. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Well, it was the early through ball that almost caught everyone out in that instance, all but for our flag-waving assistant referee.
Passes it through. Oh, well defended, that had to be done. And the half-time whistle goes.
That's entertainment. Asking for any more would be a little greedy, Peter, and yes, mistakes have played their part, so reducing errors can go a long way towards swaying the balance one way or the other.
The Red Devils head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. Well played, he saw that coming. Lewis Potter. Collins. The Bees were impressive in their last outing and brilliantly orchestrated by the manager.
He's a manager who understands how important the bench can be and the timing of substitutions. If needed, he's quick to make changes, and I just think he has more than a plan B.
Schauder. Jensen. Thiago. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, he's broken through. Header! He's scored! A 2-goal cushion, and it's looking safe. He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
United take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Look, this position ought to convince them to increase their lead. I think they should be really positive about this now, Peter.
Pumps it forwards. Nicky. Oh, nice touch, that's beautiful. Goes wide. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Clears it out of harm's way. He's come loose. And oh! No, that's not the ball he wanted.
This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frightened of people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield too.
Out to the left it goes. Hit into the middle. Really really well taken goal. A lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
Well positioned to make that interception. Jensen. Ball swung in, and he's there to cut it out.
Ambitious to say the least. He seemed to be in a hurry to get that in. Brentford have made it clear what they're trying to do for me, Peter.
What are they trying to do?
Well, I think they're making the pitch as big as possible to work both flanks into better supply routes.
Shaw tries to get it forward quickly. Jensen. Maguire gets into the right position to intercept. Now the pass. He'll have a dip! No mistake! Finishing doesn't come simpler than that. Bang in front of goal.
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting.
He's made it 2, and no doubt he's hungry for more. The Red Devils go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, that goal should be a big game changer. It's certainly been a big mood changer.
Cuts it out. Ouattara passes it through. That was one quality pass away from being a very decent chance. Looked very promising.
Yeah, the communication lines were working really well, but the supply line just had a bit of a blockage.
Gets it back. It was a move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Yangolt looks to slip it through. Can he finish? More and more and more and more! They are running riot! And the lead is 3! It is surely done! Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
Manchester United grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. Plays a clever pass. And he has been fouled there. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Hurtles into the tackle. Damsgaard tries a through ball. Let down by a lack of accuracy. Casemiro has got himself a free kick. It's a long ball, but it's not hit its target. Towering header! Just needed better contact. Danger averted for now. Matheus Cunha. Looks like a good ball through. Lofted into the middle. And the ball's come out! Great reaction! Yeah, he's fouled him there. United seeking to maximise the moment. almost a sixth. Time added on 4 minutes. Damsgaard. Vandenberg. Damsgaard. Thiago. Battles to win it back. Passes it through. And he's made certain that won't get through. Martinez. And that is that. Manchester United were irresistible here, dominant, utterly ruthless. Only ever one result, a comfortable win. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Look, this is a good win for me. They know they've got the organisation and the discipline, and that's what gave them the platform to go.
The warmest of welcomes to you. We await the conclusion of the pre-game formalities. And our live game is Manchester United against Rotherham United. Tries to get some whip on it. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Onyan. Can he find a finish now? Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead.
Devastating. I mean, that's the only word you can use to describe that. That kind of breaking power is absolutely devastating. That was fantastic to watch.
United take the lead, landing the first significant blow in what is certainly a significant contest. Casemiro! Oh, great save, real class.
The keeper has shown great concentration there. I think his anticipation pretty much did the trick for him.
Knocks it towards the front. Spoon forward. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Tries a through ball. And the defence can get it clear. It's a loose ball. In again. Ballard gets it away. Pings it in. Meets it first time! That is wayward. Casemiro gets it back. Now the pass. It's come loose. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner.
Look, there are some very good headers of a ball in this team now, and they'll be demanding the right delivery to give them a chance to go at this.
Gets knife through butter. They have done it again. He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great poaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
Manchester United take a 2-goal lead, and things should be comfortable from here on in.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Oh, he made that look really easy, Peter, but I can assure you that wasn't a routine save. He had to be very switched on there.
They've managed to get it away. Out wide to the right. And the keeper's in command. Bruno Fernandes goes hurtling down that left-hand side. That's gone a long way up and away. Shaw passes it through. Looking to hit the front line. Looks like a good ball through. Bruno Fernandes. Thrust towards the front line. He can get that clear. Out to the left it goes. Great run this, he's covered quite a distance. Smart save. Good clearance and very necessary. Top save! That shot was travelling. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Tries to get it forward quickly. Now the cross. That's well blocked and back out it comes. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Good run down the left. What can they make of it? Fired in. More and more and more and more. They are running riot. And surely that settles it. A pretty simple finish in the end. What do you think, Jim?
Yeah, and teamwork was key to that. A beautiful piece of engineering to set him free in the box.
The Red Devils take a 3-goal lead and they are romping out of sight. Plays it out to the flank. Gets it upfield. Done very well to intervene. Pushes it out wide. Bruno Fernandes does well there, alert. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Bruno Fernandes needed to come up with a better ball.
He timed this run brilliantly, and I think he has every right to be a little annoyed with the passer then, and I think he's letting him know right now about that. Just a little more behind it was needed.
Looks to slip it through. Passes it through. A chance! Header! Gets good distance on it. And the first 45 minutes are up.
It's looking very much like game, set and match. A half of ruthless endeavour with a thirst for more. And just in case you think this is bias on my part, it isn't. This is fact.
United 3-0 up at the break, precisely as they would have dreamt it. It's a long ball, but it's not hit its target. Meno. Bruno Fernandes. Diabo. A corner it is then. And back out it comes. Bruno Fernandes. It's out of play, and it is a goal kick. Oh, good interception. Alderete. Robbie.
His decision-making really is what let him down more than anything else.
Robbie tries a through ball, and that has put paid to that. Maguire pumps it upfield. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. And that's been repelled. Belts one! Oh, top draw save from the keeper.
Well, he caught that one right on the meat. Cracking effort.
Hits it first time! It's got in, and it is an own goal!
Well, that wasn't in the script, and you have to feel for him, Peter. It's ended in some embarrassment.
Fortuitous as it may have been, they all count one. Xhaka plays it out to the wing. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. Casemiro, aimed long and direct. Now here's the through ball. Xhaka boots it to safety. And back to base.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight?
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
It's a good-looking cross. He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Keeper's got good distance on that. Now it's Lamela. And he's on his way! Looks like a good ball through. Sesko. Chance! Can he put it away? And oh! There to get rid. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? Who's ball? Who's going to get that? It's a long forward pass. The Millers get it back again. Defenders on the back foot. Who's going to make this theirs? Goes for the cross. Great reaction. And he's there to hoof it away. Diogo Dalot. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. The Red Devils have a sub ready to come on. Hoists it high. Now here's the through ball. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Really well taken goal. Finishing doesn't come simpler than that. Bang in front of goal.
Well, to his credit, he managed to ghost into space to finish things off, but the failure to spot him was ghastly defence.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy to best effect. What an introduction.
Rotherham United grab a goal, but it's hard to see it as... Sensational by Bruno Fernandes! Results no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. Well, he was never going to miss from there. So much to aim at.
It's rarely a problem when that much time is afforded in the penalty box. Nobody sensed where the danger was lurking, and the finish was made a lot easier.
Manchester United totally rampant here. Sadiqi battles to win it back. Plays a clever pass. Shaw. Aimed long and direct. Promising cross. Tries to volley! Oh, taken with style! And still they continue with the onslaught.
Yeah, and by the looks of it, there may be still more to come.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. United tear their opponents apart once again. They are utterly ruthless. Sticks in a foot to win it back. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Five minutes left on the clock. Casemiro with the ball through. Looking to shoot! Osako tries a long pass towards the front, lobs it in gently. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Now here's the through ball. He's dealt with that well. Osako. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Maguire tries the route one option. Robbie played out to the right. Hits one! It's in!
Unbelievable.
That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
It's almost a case of sacrificing some of the power in favour of getting the technique right, and technically that volley was as good as it comes. That's not an easy skill, we know that by now. That's fantastic.
The Millers playing for pride here, the match surely beyond them. Shaw tries to get it forward quickly. Ball's loose, who's getting there? There is the final whistle. A great day for attacking football. The artists have painted their pretty pictures. Only one team in it. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?